Discovery video at 197. We are at Del Mar here, race 1. I have a 25,000 claimer, 9 winners of 2 lifetime. That is the highest single rating of preferred races you can have. Let's take a look at those real quick. I'm on the Horse Racing Digest page, also known as the free area. I'm going to click on Discovery Video button. This is where you can click and watch all the videos, and under the arrow here is my listing of value odds and overlay preferred races. These are the special conditions in which I have found I have much better than average chance on getting that value odds or overlay winner at a nice price. The race we're looking at is a conditional claiming race, the highest rated of all, 5.5 stars. You'll see CLM, the claiming price, and then some kind of combination of numbers and letters to the right of the claiming price, sometimes just a letter. That's how you know it's a conditional claiming race. That is the top rated race at 5.5 stars. The next thing I do, once I see there's a race I know I'm interested in, I look for the value odds horse, and yes, we have one, and we have only one, which is another thing that I like. Makes things a lot easier and simpler. Number 1, Not to Naughty, has got the value odds icon. Now, the most important thing, what am I going to do with this horse? Am I going to bet this horse or not? Well, it depends on the odds near post time, whether I'm going to bet the horse or not. I have to have overlay odds, and if I do, then I make a play. Well, let's take a look at the odds near post time on the Group A horses. Here you go. The 2 horse was 9 to 5. The 6 horse got the money at 7 to 5. Keep in mind, this is a 9 winners of 2 lifetime. In my opinion, no horse should be 7 to 5 in a race in which all of the horses have only won a maiden race. What have they really done? Okay. The 5 horse was 9 to 1, and the value odds horse was 12 to 1. Now my threshold is I like to be in the vicinity of 10 to 1 or higher on my value odds horse. So obviously 12 to 1 is okay in my ballpark. I got an email the other day that asked me about what if there's another horse in Group A at high odds. How do you compare that with the value odds horse? Okay, here's the rule. The only time I would consider betting against a value odds horse is if, let's say, Not to Naughty was 5 to 1. I obviously wouldn't make a play on the horse. My options are skip the race, A, or B, if there's another horse in Group A that is of overlay odds, it looks interesting, can do that. Or C, sometimes you can even look to Group B to see if there's something interesting there. Now, I would not bet Not to Naughty at 5 to 1, but at 12 to 1, my focus is absolutely on this horse. Now, the next thing, once I know I'm getting the odds that I need, what's going on with the horse? Well, actually, I'm kind of surprised the betting public missed this. And they did miss it. 12 to 1 morning line, Not to Naughty was 12 to 1, and our true odds 5 to 1, going off at 12 to 1 near post time. We have here the yellow and blue, familiar early and middle pace advantage. Good record at the distance, not so important in 6 furlongs. A fast workout recently, not so important in 6 furlongs or really at all. It's an extra cherry on the cake. Good record on an all-weather track. Well, now that's important because you have 1, 2, 3 horses here, and the only ones that have that in the race. I think, but the most important thing that this horse has got going is the highest turn time rating, and not only the highest, but the highest by far, with a 101. That's the speed around the final turn. Okay, as you can see here, the rest of the race, we have a 91 rating there, a 91 rating there, a 93 here. Then we jump to a 101 turn time rating with our value odds horse, and then 94, 92. So she has much the best turn time rating of the entire field, and that is actually part of the Del Mar Superpower Key Horse Profit Angles. The second one is Del Mar Turn Time Rating Power Angle. There, like I said, turn time takes into account the speed at which the horse makes the final turn. Take note, now here's something I highlighted. Take note if the horse with the highest turn time rating in the race also has the highest race for either early, mid, or late pace. This is a very positive bonus. And obviously, we already established that she's got the best early and mid pace ratings. Now, you know, these are not, keep in mind, horses are not machines. They're not computers. They're not going to perform the same every single race. But what we use these ratings for is a gauge or a guide. You know, it's not the definitive holy grail. But it guides us. It lets us know, if all things are equal, which horse has the better speed or the better early pace, middle pace. I also highlighted that she had the second best total pace, which is yet another big advantage. I also highlighted the fact that even though, now I think this is why the betting public, this is one reason why the betting public didn't bet this horse. She hasn't raced in 168 days, but she's got workout points of 121, which is very high. But in California, they seem to work out their horses a lot more often. My rating, and a workout points is a rating of the pattern and distance of workouts. It has nothing to do with the time or the quickness of the workouts. My perfect rating is 100, but I find that in Southern California, they do work them out a lot more often. So suffice to say that this horse has had a lot of action in the morning in her preparation for a return after racing 168 days ago. I think that scared the betting public off, and I think also the fact that they looked at the last two races, which both were totally irrelevant to today's race. You know, and that's what the betting public does. They look and see, what did the horse do last time out. The horse finished 9th in a 10-horse field at Santa Anita. Remember now, that's conventional dirt at Santa Anita. It's not polytrack like we have here at Del Mar. And previous to that, she finished dead last in a turf race. But look at the third race back. She was a winner on the all-weather track at Hollywood. And the betting public wasn't able to put 1 + 1 = 2 and say, hey, she's returning to the polytrack today. I think she's going to make a big improvement. Look at all those workouts Craig Delosity has put into her. He really means business here. And hey, she's got that best turn time rating. That's a big power angle on the Del Mar Angles report. Okay, now you see how we can look at the same horse in the same race, yet get two different viewpoints. One viewpoint is the viewpoint of the general betting public. The other viewpoint is the actual facts. Okay? Her last two races, like I said, one being on conventional dirt and the other being on turf, are totally irrelevant to the race today where she's on the poly track at Del Mar. And I'm really surprised the betting public did not pick up on this. That the last time she was on an all-weather track, she was a winner. The fact that she has a good record on the all-weather track is what that icon indicates. Okay? And unless you were reading this report, you wouldn't know anything about the turn time, but that's one of the things that gives us an advantage. We use things that the betting public, the majority, does not use, does not have. But the stuff that works year after year after year after decade, and on and on and on and on. So, so our day was a short one. We had a short work day at Del Mar. This was the first race, and betting the strategies. Let's see if you took the Del Mar strategies, 4 units to win, 6 units to place. I personally equate a unit to $2. So for me, something like this would be $8 to win, $12 to place. Same thing on the exacta. I would equate, well, this says 2 units, so I would say I would have the $4 exacta there, and then the Q with T means our qualifying horse, and then the T was the top pick. And look what happened here. It ran 1-2. So our value odds horse won and paid $27. And then the one horse, which was, the 2 horse, which was the top pick, ran second. So that gave us, if you had here for 4 units there, so that would be another, that would be an $8 exacta there, an additional $8 exacta, and then the trifecta. I think using the strategies on this report was somewhere around an $800 return, I believe. But hey, that's a short work day. You're done. And you know, that's, let me get to stage 3 now. Stage 1, of course, is your handicapping. Stage 2 is your wagering strategies. You got to have something. You got to have to know what you're going to do in advance. And stage 3 is the bankroll management, and this encompasses a lot of different things. You know, a percentage. You have to bet a maximum percentage of your bankroll on any race you partake in. You have to set a maximum. You have to manage your money. If you don't manage your money, it's like driving a car with only 3 wheels. You're not going to get far. All right. And another thing about money management is something that people don't talk about. The few people that do talk about money management in this game, or bankroll management, whatever you want to term it, they don't tell you that what I'm about to tell you next. When you win, especially like this in the first race, you walk away. And when I say walk away, I mean you can literally walk away. I mean, if you've just made $800 in the first race at Del Mar, what are you going to do? Are you going to sit there the rest of the day and give it back to them? Because the law of averages, okay, the law of probabilities, which is scientific, it's a scientific rule of the universe. The law of probability says you are not going to get another big value odds winner on this particular card on this particular day. Maybe tomorrow, maybe at another track, but not here, not at Del Mar. Yeah, it does happen. I mean, yes, you're going to have days when more than one value odds horse wins. But I'm just saying the law of averages is against it. So that's why you quit off the win. Now, there is an option when I say quit off the win. You know, if you want to stick around and play the rest of the races for fun and entertainment, then just bet $2 a race. That's what I do. The way I bet this particular race, I made about $1,200. It was a short work day, and I just bet $2 the rest of the races. And because that's the part of money management that people don't talk about, and it's probably just as important as the other part of money management. When you win, walk away. Don't give that money back to them, and don't make the mistake of thinking that money's track money that you just won, because that's the first thing that goes through the mind of a horse player when they hit. Okay, I'm playing with track money now. No, you're not. You're playing with your money. It's your money. You won it. It's not track money. And the mistake that a lot of bettors make is when they make a hit like that, they start throwing money in every direction. Why? The greed level kicks in. Well, if I made $800 on the first race, I could parlay that into and end up with $5,000 by the end of the card if I just, and then they start making bets they wouldn't normally bet. They throw away their bankroll management of maximum percentages, start throwing money in every direction, and by the last race, it's all gone. Okay? We've all been there. Okay? We've all been there. So that's why I say the money management rule is so important, both parts of it. Okay? When I talk about all this stuff, this is assuming that the person wants to make a long-term profit as a horse player. If that is your goal, then the stuff I talk about, proven ways to follow. Okay? You may not care about a profit. You just might want to bet the horses and blow off steam and relax, and and that's your form of entertainment, and you don't care if you win or lose. Well, that's fine. It's a free country. The reports will still help you in that area if that's what you do. But the stuff that I talk about in these videos is directed towards the people who want to make a long-term profit, and that's what our reports are designed for. That's what all of my strategies are designed for. And also every article you see on the here in the Horse Racing Digest, the free area, you have the button that you can click to watch the videos. You have the 36 proven winning overlay angles. My first book, it's free. This is time-tested stuff that's worked over decades and still works. In all the articles, I got special articles for Saratoga, Del Mar, and all these other articles. This is all the stuff you need. This is your library on how to understand the reports, how to read the reports, how to let the reports tell you a story. Let the value odds horse come to you. Don't force it. If you just lay back and understand what you're reading and wait for certain situations, it becomes more natural to you. It'll become much easier for you, and then just become second nature. Like for me, I've been doing this for so long, and for a lot of members that have been around for a while, it's just second nature to them. It becomes like speaking another language. It's like becoming proficient in speaking a second language. Okay? And there's a lot of bilingual people in the United States, especially English, Spanish speaking. Okay? It's something similar to that. When you learn how to read the story the report tells you and apply all the principles, that's sort of like learning a second language. And once you learn it, you're proficient in it. Okay? That's how I relate that. And then, of course, the only thing you invest is your time. This is the free area. Invest your time, learn how to read the reports, let them tell you a story, and you can spend as much time on this page as you want, because, like I said, all these articles I've written over the years, this is all free. This is all to help you understand how to use our reports, and the videos is just more detail and showing you how to direct your focus into making a long-term profit as a horse player. And that's why we do the videos. Okay. All right. Well, Saratoga starts today. I'm excited. I'm sure as you are as well. Del Mar, like I said, easy work day yesterday. One race and we're done for the day. Is that a great country or what? I think so. Great country, great game, if you got a plan of action. Thank you very much for viewing. Good luck with all your bets.